know, if I had to look at the city and tell you the two worst places, I mean, Riverside is definitely one of them. I mean, I would definitely say it's probably one of the toughest places to raise a child, put him on the right track. Probably only a handful of times where, you know, I've dealt with a child with a mom and dad present, no fathers at all. You know, some of these kids, you know, will shoot you because you came on my block. It's just kids killing kids. So I mean, how do you change somebody's state of mind on that? I couldn't tell you. You will have to start with the younger kids.
Why I write for those kids who never had a chance to just lie in the grass and look up at the clouds. I write for the ones that hide on the inside when teachers ask for volunteers to read out loud. I write for the ones that never even looked up at the clouds without expecting to feel rain. I write for little girls that must double dutch in their blood stains and don't know their daddy's names. I write to show the youth that it's far more important things for them to think and talk about besides the beat between 50 and game when the Jordans is coming out. I write to give a voice to the everyday beautiful things like birds flying south and leaves turning color to get overlooked. I write for all the fiends out there that swore out they never get hooked. I write for all the nephews out there that know the pain. I've seen their favorite uncle go from being one of the coolest people on earth to just a junkie always begging for change. I write for relatives that can't relate to one another, for little girls that were looking for love and found themselves teen mothers. I write for the circle of poverty that never ends in the PJs, and for grown men that prey on young girls these days. I write for the beautiful artists, the talented poets, singers, and scholars whose talent warranted up athletes' dollars. I write because a black man with a ball in his hand ain't never been a threat. That's why Allen and Kobe can cash $1 million checks. I write for jail cells to get filled before the prisons are even built. I write for those who see prisons as businesses and wardens and CEOs. Those who think let's build these prisons, fill these prisons, so many people they can hold. I write for parents that don't got good parenting skills, like the ones that buy outfits rather than paying bills. I write because God's thoughts into my mind in the form of rhyme, and my mind's rhyme take you to the confines of some grimy urban places. Some which never been seen by their faces. When I address the fact that so many black teens never seen their father's faces, they label me racist, so I write. I write to share my love affair words with the children because God is on my tongue and the world is in need of healing. I write because the children didn't understand the depths behind the depths of Big and Pop. I write because there's no more room at all for rest in peace, madmans and mookies on my block. I write for all the mothers that had their children killed by guns. I write for all the I love yous the fathers never said to their sons. So I write. We were born in Wilmington, Delaware, actually the first set of twins born at Riverside Hospital. My earliest memory, I would say, just remember being held in my grandmother's arm and it being two babies, you know, that would be my earliest memory. Love was always the foundation of our home, realizing that you were loved, you know. My brother, he is my dearest friend. He is my dearest friend, and our foundation of love has really kept us together over the years. We were always into rapping and rhyming, and I think we really realized that we had a gift around the summer of 7th and 8th grade. I think that was the summer where our writing just took a shift, and it separated us when we got back to school that year. We were reading Langston Hughes and Gil Scott and things of that nature, so we were exposed to some things that the children our age weren't. I think that's one of the things that definitely sparked our interest to want to be poets and writers.
I had a dream that I was in America. I was in America. I was actually in the land of the beautiful and the home of the brave.
If we weren't social workers, we probably wouldn't be poets. And if we weren't poets, then we probably wouldn't be social workers, because both of them fuel each other. You can't have one without the other, you know? We were approached by a couple rappers about using some of our stuff, but it was just like, that's not where our heart is. You're saying everything that we're not saying. We don't want to be gangsters and killers, you know? We're not the twin thugs. This is what he was saying. You guys can really make a lot of money. It's like, we don't want to make a lot of money. We want to make a difference. We want to save lives, you know? I am the Associate Director of Kingswood Community Center. Our father was a director there in the 60s, so it's really just being home. I walk into the doors and I realize that this is my responsibility. This is part of upholding that legacy and that tradition of my father, and saying that he was so important to me and this building was so important to him that I would never leave. In the future, our children and all the children in our community will benefit from it, just as we benefited from having a good father.
If you've been affected by violence in the community, I mean, be it murderers, or I mean, be it robberies, or I mean, definitely if you've had a family or friend.
Yeah, let's start with your mother or your father. If your mother or your father was shot. Aunt, uncles, grandpops, cousins.
A lot of cousins. Yeah. What about you, KJ? Your father got murdered. Mm-hmm. Come up here and talk to him so they can hear you.
For like an 8-year-old to lose her dad to gun violence, it make no sense. And my dad had a lot of kids, so it was like being let down to gun violence. It shouldn't happen to an 8-year-old. Especially like right in Riverside, like in his own community. And I felt lonely, upset, and mad, and like I wanted to be alone.
Thank you, KJ.
Some of these are you know, babies who are now in college. You know, when they started, some of them are you know, disguised up in college, leading a fraternity, and others you tried to reach them, and it was just too much of a pull in the other direction, and you lost them. You know, one student in that picture there is in college. The rest of them dropped out of high school. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those guys are incarcerated right now. This picture, we have one of these guys is murdered, 2 of them incarcerated. 1 was involved in the shooting. Some of the guys here in this picture in jail, shooting victim. In this picture here, went to college. She didn't go to college, but is currently in college. So we have 4 out of that picture of 6 youth that, you know, right from this immediate community who we helped provide the support service that they need to make a difference. So we have the beauty on this wall as well. But in the midst of all of this ugliness, we do have hope. We do have examples, and we know that we are making a difference. Tonight we'll be open till 11 o'clock with the Safe Haven, but the streets are open till 2, 3, 4. So it's always that balance.
Once again, here we are. Once again, the adversary has snatched one of our young black men.
I hope these children are at the funeral. I just hope it sinks in and they realize that this isn't a video. This isn't TV. This is real life. He's not coming back, you know. And I mean, the emotion, the sadness. I mean, I hope it motivates them so we can stop some of these murders, you know.
You know, back in February, a young man who was real keen to my heart was murdered, little Shamin, and we wanted to address it, the fact that it happened in the middle of the day, 11:40 or 12:40, and it's like nobody's seen nothing. I mean, we heard rumors about who did what, but to this day, the murder is unresolved, like so many other murders go unresolved. If we want a better community, we gotta make it a better community. So this poem is called Snitching, and it's about you doing the right thing. All the rappers say stop snitching. Snitching, son? But I can't help it, man. I was just raised this way. Back in the day, my mom would look his dad in the face and say, "Who broke the vase?" And it was just something about her eyes, man. It would be like she would already know. And before I knew it on instinct, my body would just start to go. I try to explain it to my brothers. I'm sorry, it's just a nervous twitch. But before I can get the words out,
you a snitch.
I'm sorry, Al. I can't help it. You know what I mean. You remember our 9 to 12-year-old football team? Remember the coach wanted his son to play quarterback? I said, "Coach, you can't play Raheem. He's not 12 anymore. He turned 13. The whole team was mad at me. Said I'm the reason we're gonna have a losing season. Coach even called me a snitch and made me ride the bench. They say snitches get stitches. I'm like, look, man, I'm helpless. I can't help it. I was raised this way. If someone asks me what I seen, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm not a liar. I mean, this is real life, man. It ain't The Wire. The other day I was walking to the corner store to get some milk and bread. These guys came up to me and said, "Yo, twin, you need to keep your mouth shut for your own good. Ain't no snitching in the hood." I looked around and said, "The hood? This ain't the hood. This is my neighborhood." He said, "Ain't you worried about your family?" "Seriously, ain't you scared?" I say, No, I'm not scared. See, I have a stunt double standing right here. They can't tell the difference between me and him.
And if they give my brother some stitches, you know what? I'll be snitching again.
I just refuse to sit back and let my community go to ruins. I got an award from the mayor for all the snitching I've been doing.
This one kind I snitched on, he cut my picture off the paper and marked a big X on my smile. Then he mailed it to me with a note that said, yo, you keep talking, you ain't gonna make it to trial.
I said, oh no, he didn't. Mess up my newspaper clipping, I'm snitching.
He said his boys got guns. I said, man, that ain't enough. I pay taxes. I got Army Rangers, Navy SEALs, Black Hawk helicopters and stuff.
I'm just tired of this gangster crap.
I'm bringing snitching back.
Social work was my love, my passion. Actually, both of our passion. I'll say ever since our first job, we got our first job. We were in the camp at the Walnut Street Y at age 12. And then we came back the next summer at 13 and were junior camp counselors. And from that day forward, I mean, we just knew this is what we're meant to do, work with children. And I have not had a job not working with children since. We did military for a few years, and then we returned to Del State, and I went to Savannah State. When I returned to Wilmington from the military, deeply rooted, and remember Kingswood, went right back there and started working with the camps. It's almost like we never left, and just continuing that effort and saying that we're just going to do our part. We work together, and that's really our message.
A lot of shootings happen on this street right here, and this is where the last shooting occurred. This is where he was shot at right here. Like, we definitely need the community to help us solve crime. I mean, they see a lot more than we see. If you get a community that won't back down and, you know, let us know what goes on, I think that would help clean up a little bit. And our end, I mean, we can only do so much.
Police are searching for the shooter who gunned down a 20-year-old man in front of a Wilmington store late yesterday afternoon. Gunfire rang out at the intersection of C and South Heald Streets around 4 p.m. in front of Kozowski's Food Market. Family members identified the victim as Ernest Phillips Jr. He died less than an hour later. This is the city's 8th homicide this year. Detectives are chasing leads and ask anyone with information to call police.
I'm the program director at Project Stay Free. It's a level 3A community probation and alternative school, and which is also underneath Kingswood, which is the beautiful part. I'm Mr. Mills, the program director, and today I wanted to sit you all down. We got a community service event getting ready to happen, and the regular school day about to happen. But I wanted to talk to you guys about Mr. Ernest Phillips, who was murdered last night, one of our workers. Anybody lives on the west side? Yeah, he was the one who checks on you in the evening. It's time for change. Truly, I mean, you guys are dying right now, and I do not want to get that call I got last night about any of you. So, I mean, truly, we have to change our thinking right now. And the streets, we got to stay out the streets. It's a reason we got you guys on curfew. Not just because it's the law of the city, and we got court order to say this is the time you should be in. We're trying to save some lives right now. What y'all feeling as far as the violence right now in the city? I mean, we had 8 murders already. We haven't even completed the 3rd month. What you think? I didn't hear you. You don't know what to think? What about you, James?
I don't even know.
You don't know? All right. It's time to start knowing, though. You agree? It's time to start knowing. Shelly.
That's how you spell Ernest, right?
Yeah. Wow.
It was crazy when I woke up. My mom actually told me. You were just in my house last week, you know, checking in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No time to waste, man. Our children are dying. And stop snitching is what the streets is crying. So no help for the homicide attacks. And killers run free, man, but what we expect? We can't solve no case. And them old cases become cold cases, never solved. Not like that show on TV.
Cause society really don't care when both the shooter and the victim black like me.
And everybody around the way know who shot him. So for the life of me, I can't understand why the police ain't came and got him.
Maybe they still investigating their case, man. Or maybe like George Bush when Katrina hit, man, forget them, I'm on vacation, man. They said Boone wasn't even dead when they shot him, but he was dead on arrival by the time the paramedics came and got him. They said the bullets hit him in the stomach and in his hip. As his blood was leaking, he was laying there howling for his mama and nearly 30 minutes before the paramedics would come. And in my mind, I know they can do more than just find the shooter. They can stop the slaughter. But black youth reside in America's blind spot of unimportance.
We got grown men sitting home all day playing PlayStations, unconcerned with why they building space stations. I'm just trying to change the realities and stop the casualties.
Cause after every killing, man, them cats in the liquor store make a killing. Cause everybody got a bottle of Remy and Henny in their hand, pouring out something for their man.
And then here come the teddy bears and candies and candles and another makeshift memorial, getting ready for the next murder tomorrow. It's the non-stop plot of the devil's scheme, where better days go unseen.
Pre-teens become dope fiends, and the remains of their murdered dreams lay aborted on childhood swings. And it saddens me to know that your world really does care more about if Roger took those steroid shots or not than you do about this young kid who was just shot. Our lives are different is what reality tells me. I can't help but to think how the results would have been so different if that was Hillary howling for her Chelsea.
I've seen the beauty of the morning sunlight become good for only revealing the ugliness from last night's gunfight, where the blood stains still remain from where little Shane got slain. And society didn't say a thing about it, but rather y'all would just forget about it. The mother shed some tears. His friends pour out some beer. In a few years, they'll forget that he was even here. Thank you.
I just remember this mean guy that everybody was afraid of out in the streets, you know, and how he was always having meetings and always writing speeches, but always so giving and would listen to people, and people would come to him with their problems, you know. Oh, Mr. Hicks, they put my son out of school. It turned my lights off, you know. He had all the answers. We could not walk up the Market Street Mall without him being stopped by 50 people that had 50 different problems. He would always be engaged, and then the phone calls we receive at the home, and then he would, just get up and just leave and go handle it. I'm on my way to the police station to go deal with this and that. Just truly a people's person, and just was a counselor to the streets. He just understood them in the street, and they understood him as well. And I think that's one of the beautiful things that people always remember about him, was his compassion. And it's the same thing that drives us to this day. You know, now we have the cell phones, which is different, but I still get those calls, and now I'm running to the police station to deal with matters, you know. Now I'm the one taking the calls and saying, okay, Johnny's suspended, okay, let's do something about it. My father led us in the right direction, led us our home in the right direction. And it's time for us to say to our father that we're appreciative of all you've given us, and to uphold his legacy, and to really say that what he did was excellent, not just for us, but for our community, and that's what we're trying to do.
The way I grew up, my mother and father believed in family and believed in family unity, and we were always so close. You come to my mother's house every Sunday after church, we had family dinner, and we still do that now in our home. You know, it's so important to me that every Sunday everybody is there. You know, you get a chance to talk to your family. You know, you get a chance to see them one-on-one and to show that love.
He's a really good person, my father. I admire how he changes people's lives through example more than through poetry. That is so inspiring. I really admire that about him.
Namdi's accomplished so many things. It's hard to just pick one thing that I'm proud of. I would guess number one would be that he's a wonderful father. I love the way he's with the kids. He teaches them. He's just an excellent father.
We're all in this together. I think that's what our family has, and I think that's in the greater community that's missing so much. This is what life is about, and I wish every child had what my son has. I wish every husband had the wife I have, every son had the mother, and then this world would be a better place. But unfortunately, it's not, and that's why we have to do the work that we have to do.
From the youngest to the eldest, dear Lord, just keep them, dear Lord. Stand by, lead them, and guide. And let everybody say, amen.
That old parenting and old loving family is so far removed from these children's lives. I mean, some of these children have never had a family meal, has never had a mother, I mean, truly embrace them and say, I love you, or just to treat them like they're special, to give them a gift when it's not their birthday, you know. They've never had a parent just come and sit on their bed and want to talk to them, and just want to read to them, or just hold their hands. And how was school today? They don't have a home where they can come and hang up a report card, you know. I had a young man say he can't even imagine what his father looks like. I can't even imagine. You know, how do you want me to talk about somebody? I can't even imagine what he looks like. You know, it's just like, wow. And why you had off today at school? Oh, teachers' service day. I was wondering why everybody had off today. Y'all lucky, man. Y'all get too many days off of school.
Here go Mr. Mills, Chris.
Oh yeah, that's who I wanted to see right there. That's who I was coming to see.
The streets ain't safe no more. Just ain't safe for me. No, no, no. The streets ain't safe no more for me. No, for me.
That's what I'm talking about. So the streets not safe. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
So why you spending so much time in these unsafe streets? Every time I come by here, you out here.
I don't do negative stuff in the streets. I just like go pay visits to like the people I used to hang around, but I don't involve in none of that negative stuff no more.
All right, that's good. I'm glad that. What made you change?
I mean, change like all the people I used to hang around. Some of the people I used to hang around, like one of the persons I like looked up till he got killed or whatever.
How old were you when I met you?
12.
12. And how old are you now?
17, 18 in January.
So out of those 5 years, it took somebody to die, right, for you to change. What you think they learning from you right now? Or all the time you spent in and out of jail?
She doing what she got to do.
Oh, I know. Trey always do what she got to do. This dude right here.
I try to tell him try to teach him the right ropes. Try to teach him right, but he just don't want to listen. Like, I tried to. I told him he can't follow me. He can't. I said, don't follow me. Be better than me, but he don't want to listen.
So when Chris was acting up all these years, what did that say to you?
He's a bad influence.
He's a bad influence?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember having to put my hands on you and collar you up and get in your face, talk to you bad, get you locked up, help you get back out, and just trying to get you focused. And I'm glad to see, after all these years, it's sinking in. Now we're getting on the right track. Get this little GED thing straight so we can get you a... It's a revolving door. This prison, this murder, the drugs, the gun. And that's the reality of it. I mean, and it's easy for an outsider to say, okay, oh no, let's have some. No, you can still hope. You can be this. You can be that. Obama's president now. You can be president too. But when you go outside your front door, and your cousin's blood is still there, you know, or you haven't seen your mother in 2 or 3 days, and that there's nothing to eat, and you have to feed your brothers and sisters, you're not thinking about Obama. You're thinking about survival. And this young man is thinking, oh man, I'm 17 years old. I got 2 or 3 brothers and sisters in the house. I haven't seen my mom. I got to go out there and get some money, you know. So that's where, I mean, it's a different ball game for these children, and it's a sad reality that so many of them are put in. It's kind of like, wow, you know what? You almost want to say, man, I commend you for what you're trying to do, trying to take care of the family, but it's another way we can do it. It's a better way, you know. So you think you missed how many days of school?
A month or two.
A month or two. And school just started how many months ago? September, October, November. We in December. So out of that, you missed a month or two. So Monday morning, we're going over to the school to get you back registered again for school. Yeah. So what we gonna do different this time?
Stay in school.
We heard this before, right?
You've been hearing this. I'm tired of
hearing it. I met you in August, and I've been hearing the same talk since August. I've no progress, zero. Why you do what Ortiz wants to do rather than what everyone says is what's best for you?
Because I think I know everything, what I really don't.
Right. But you don't, do you think she knows more than you?
Yeah, I know she knows more than me. So she's my mom.
Right. So why would you not say, okay, maybe mom's right on this one? I'm not going to do what hard-headed Ortiz want to do. I'm going to do what my mom say on this one. Maybe she right. She right. She has been down the rough road. She know what she's talking about. She was right the last 20 times. Everything she said was right. And it then came at the point exactly the way she said it was going to be. But still, you want to do what you want to do because you think you know everything, right?
Yes.
And how old are you?
14.
So you know everything you need. You know everything you need to know at 14 years old. That's what you believe.
No, that ain't what I believe, but it's what I think sometimes.
Why? Somebody's talking to you, taking the time to talk to you to say, okay, you're walking down the wrong path. Seriously. Seriously. You know how hard it must have been for your mother to walk around the corner to a stranger. She didn't know me. To say, I need some help with my son. Please help me. But I do not want to lose him to the street. People dying around here left and right. Nobody wants to get that. I do not want to get that call about you that I got about Boomer, right around the corner. Right, two blocks away. Dead and going. I'm his son's godfather. I'm the baby's godfather, yes. I don't want to get that call over nothing. So you heard it all before. So we just need you to focus and do your part. That's all we're asking you to do. Can you do that? Man up and do that?
Yes.
All right, so Monday morning, we're going to be where? Monday morning, 8 o'clock. All right. The saddest part of Project Stay Free to me is we only deal, well, the state only pays us to deal with children who are already in the system. And it's the saddest part to me when you have to tell a parent like Ortiz's mother, your son is not arrested. There's nothing we can't deal with him until he gets arrested. And it's just like, it just seems so backwards to me. It's just like, it just doesn't make sense at all.
Your Honor, good afternoon. We would like to recommend Project Stay Free for this young man.
Mr. Mills? Yes, Your Honor. I was able to interview Ronald and his family. I think he'd be an appropriate candidate for Project Stay Free Day Treatment Program.
Mr. Kelson, do you have any objection to that plan?
No, Your Honor.
All right, do you understand what that plan is going to require?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your understanding after talking to Mr. Mills of what's expected of you?
I understand that I'm entitled to come every day and I miss do all my work on the
we want to spend no money on prevention, but once they're already incarcerated, then we'll give them the services that they need. But it's just backwards to me, and that's why I go out of my way to do things. I mean, like for these families. I mean, I got a bunch that's not on anybody's caseload because I'm trying to keep them out the system. I don't want to work with them in the system, and it's sad. It's sad that so many parents have no one to turn to. I mean, just think of how many parents are out there that never thought to knock on Project Stay Free's door to just come down and ring the buzzer.
Well, where do you think you would be if you had not come across Mr. Mills, if he had not been such a positive influence on your life?
I think I'd have probably been doing even worse than I am now. I think I'd probably be over fair school or even out of state somewhere. So I'm very lucky and appreciative to
And I'm glad you let me know that.
Over these past 17 years, there were 2 children that I just knew I was not going to be able to reach. They were just so hardened by the life they had lived and the guns and the alcohol and the drugs, that there was nothing that I could do for 2 children. But the remainder, I can always find some hope. And it's just sad when they don't see the hope or the parents don't see the hope for their children. It just saddens me how many children are able to just sit home but don't have a parent saying, get up and go to school, or come on, we're going to get you back in school.
He's like a role model for me, somebody I can look up to, somebody that's from the hood and that's doing good. They just doing good. They doing good for themselves. They're not on the street. They got a good job, and they helping kids out like me.
I will stand and reset. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What it meant to me was that I get a second chance to prove myself. I was thinking, oh, this sucks, but I was also thinking that it could be worse. I could be locked up. Now what it means to me is that I can go on and do better things.
Change, we can't believe it. I want to take those adult problems out of that kid's book bag, because that baby mama, baby daddy's drama is not hers or his. I strive to give every kid in my community the opportunity to live like they was one of the Obama kids. Not a worry in life, saying their prayers at night, thanking God that mommy and daddy there to make things right. I want them to know what it feels like when home is like church, a sacred place, and waking up with a smile on their face, feeling secure for once, when the biggest worry in their life is what kind of dog do I want? I want Malik and Shaniqua to know what it feels like to be Malia and Sasha, receiving guidance from both a mother and a father. See, that's a change I need, that's a change I can believe in. Because 95% of the kids I know can't go home to a Barack or a Michelle. Mom not home and dad locked in the cell. See, the change we need is not gonna come from Obama. We need mothers to be mothers and brothers to be fathers, and stop leaving grandparents to be primary providers. Cause grandmom, she just trying to love them and praise them. And truthfully, she don't got the strength that it takes these days to raise them. And his uncles, he old school, think all the boy needs is a good whipping. But he was born to addiction, got all types of afflictions and conditions. You give him defiance, he giving you opposition. All the teachers say all day, he don't listen. So he stay on suspension, in the streets trying to get what's missing. He the next to drop out, heading to prison. So the change I need is not gonna come from Obama. We need mothers to be mothers, and we need brothers to be fathers. Change.
We're headed to Caldwick Elementary School, which is in the Colonial School District. Sometimes 2-3 times a week I visit schools, and just to check up on the students, to continue that, strengthen the relationships between Kingswood Community Center and the community, and to make sure that the communication between the home, school, and community is really intact. Come on up, everybody, come take a seat.
Sit right here. Can we sit right here?
Yes, you can sit right there. Yep. A lot of these students, that their smiles will beam up. I mean, it means so much to them just to be visited, because it's really giving them that attention that they so desperately want, you know, and it's a positive attention where they're being recognized for something good. Just being called down to the office for a good reason, to know that Brother Namdi's here or Brother Al's here to visit you, is really a good thing. So, I mean, it's always been the pride of my week to have my Fridays definitely devoted to school visits. Are you happy? No, you should always be happy you're gonna have a new baby brother or baby sister.
I want another baby brother.
Well, it might be a baby brother.
Because it's 3 girls and 2 boys.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be a tie.
It might be a tie. See, you should be happy about that.
But my mom wanted a double. She wanted a girl.
Because girls are nice, because you're a nice young lady. I wouldn't mind having another young lady, too.
I want a little baby brother.
Well, you might. God might give you the baby brother. So we just have to wait and be patient. All right, I'll see you later. All right. We have a line in one of our poems that says that we want to show the little girls that they're beautiful and that we love them, so that the first time a little knucklehead said she wasn't jumping in bed with them, we realize that that's what our sisters, what we're given, that's what we were given. We know love. As long as you did your best, I'm happy. Are you happy with how you've been acting today in school? How about a smiley face? Are you gonna get a smiley face today? I hope so.
No.
You don't know? Have you been being good today? Yes, so you should get a smiley face then.
I don't know.
I think you should. I hope you do. Smiley faces are good, right? Yeah. See you later, Kay. So that's what we try to do. We try to be that father figure, that leader to our children every day. Driving from Carwick, back to the center, and every morning those same children who we just visited get on the bus and they pass right past this prison, twice a day, leaving and coming every day, passing by this prison. And I often wonder how many of them, especially the young males, really think that I'll be there one day. So many of our children walk around with adult problems in their book bags, and they're just hardened by the lives that they live. So just trying to give children the opportunity to smile. And if that's, a visit at school, if that's a hug that they need, or if that's that kind word that they've been waiting for, that's really what the Twin Poets are about. And just uplifting our children, trying to give them the little tools that they need to empower themselves, to help change our community just one student at a time.
There's a girl in my science class. She makes my heart stop whenever she walks past. Believe me, she's the reason that lip gloss was made. Together we can be the Beyonce and Jay-Z of the 5th grade. But it's just one small problem. And time after time, my mind keeps reminding me of this.
She doesn't even know you exist.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to take it slow. My mind is always giving me hints and suggestions of things that I can do in order to make her mine. You can buy her flowers and candy. Your girls love candy. Okay, I say. Now, one day I'm sitting there in science class and I'm daydreaming about you know who. When, out of the blue, she steps up and asks if she can borrow a pen. You would have thought she asked me out for a date because I couldn't move. I was frozen in place. My mind said,
sure.
Then nervously, I knocked my pencil box to the floor and I picked it up and I gave her my favorite pen, my SpongeBob pen. She said, ooh, I love a SpongeBob. My mind said,
say me too.
But I didn't. I just let her walk away. And at the end of the day, my mind said,
go talk to her. Well, at least go get your pen back, stupid.
I said, see, that's my new strategy. As long as she has that pen, she'll always have a part of me. My mind said, you're an idiot. You gotta change your methods. You gotta be more aggressive. At this rate, she'll never get the message. And from that point on, besides eating and sleeping, me and my mind spent most of our time trying to figure out ways to make her mine. My mind said, look, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. You know what? You're right. I'll just step up and ask her to go out with me. Now, every day my mind says, today's the day. But day after day, I keep putting it off. And I have to keep reminding my mind, look here, buddy, I am the boss. My mind sets up what he calls the perfect moment.
The golden opportunity.
And everything went smooth until the moment of execution. I panicked, and my mind started screaming,
just do it.
I'm like, will you please just shut up, stupid? She turns around and says, are you talking to me? Oh, no, I was talking to myself, I said. Oh, great, now she thinks I'm a cuckoo, talks to the voices in his head. Things for nothing, I said. My mind said,
get ready, champ, here she comes again.
I opened my mouth, but no words come out. My mind said, come on, you can do it. But I have butterflies inside and my legs have turned forward. My mind said, oh, you blew it. You know what, I'm tired of fighting this war, so now I'm in love with someone else because I realized that my mind didn't want the girl for me. He wanted her for himself.
The young ladies from, middle school, you're thinking that these kids, are having the crushes and things. No, these kids are sexually active in middle school, and by the time they get to high school, this is just such an ingrained behavior. And a lot of it stems from the fact that, they just don't understand appropriate relationships. We see the effects of there being no fathers in our community, what that means on the young men.
But on the same token, those same fathers are missing from these young girls' lives. I mean, it's headline grabbing when a young male is murdered. You know, that grabs the attention. But the young ladies, it's just as deadly for them. Their dreams are being murdered wholesale every day.
You guys can use this office.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, sir. So you see what I have, right?
That's my report card.
I know. That F in that class.
I don't know. I just started liking boys. And they started getting to me, and I stopped doing my work. Stopped paying attention in class, stopped doing my homework and everything. And I started doing my main focus on boys.
Boys are always going to be there. You know, and me and you can be honest. We both know what the little boys want, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to say, look at yourself about how you hold yourself. You know, what's important to you. I don't just want to be this type of girl. You know, these are my goals. You know, you are beautiful, inside and out. Don't settle. Don't say, oh, I got to do this for these boys. No, you don't. The most important thing is your goals, what you want to accomplish, and your goal is college. Your goal isn't, you know, to get here to high school and then this is it. No, your goal is to complete this and to complete it successfully. We know girls who were in that same seat last year in 9th grade at William Penn that are not in 10th grade right now, right in our community, sitting home with children right now and dropped out of school, that were in that chair that I sat here talking to last year. So it's real. It's real. So often we get stuck. We give up our dreams and then we're trapped. We're trapped in Riverside. But there is a way out, and that the easiest way out of poverty is education. When you come from a community like ours, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. And you just can't give up. Just hold on to your dreams. See you after school, dear. Have a good day, all right? I'm going to the Painted Bride Art Center in Philadelphia. They host the event entitled Rock the Pen for teen poets and students interested in writing. I mean, so many of these children, they're definitely college material. But I mean, one wrong turn by these juveniles could actually put them in jail for some serious time, you know? I mean, some of these kids, they never even thought about college, but I mean, we have to put college on their minds. I mean, right now, to let them know they can achieve and the college is for them. This event is truly trying to get the young folks into writing and to realizing their talent, that it's so much potential that they're just not tapping into. And a lot has to do with the way the rap music is, saying, okay, no, this is art. Well, if you don't rap like this, if you don't write like this, then it's not art, you know. And it's sad because everybody's trying to fit into this one box right now to just be what corporate America says a rapper is. Society will say, okay, no, this, if you want to sell, then you have to rap like this. It's not fair to the children at all.
You can't even buy a CD without getting cursed at. You can't buy a magazine without naked girls in it. You know, you brought a music magazine to bring in for the children, truly. A nice music magazine. I turn a few pages in, you got girls in thongs. I'm like, what is, you know, I got to tear out pages. So it's sad, you know, that society's just pushing this on these. No, this is normal. No. This is normal. No, this is normal. Everybody likes this. Everybody, no, it don't. I don't like that music. It's whack. I don't dress like that. You know, they're saying to you guys, no, you have to pull your pants down. Everybody pulls their pants down. You have to like this little shirt that doesn't fit you. Everybody likes these shirts, you know. Society will just keep throwing these images at you all day, every day. And then you look at YouTube, you know, you got 1,000 rappers standing in front of their grandmom's house rapping and battling each other. It's like, man, no, it's not hip-hop, you know, man. And you're getting such a small snippet of the true music, but yet kids sit around all day and just watch these. Right. So we got to truly get a greater appreciation for this music. The music itself. And for the art form in the music. Right. And then you'll be able to say, oh, no, that's not, that's not for me. But because in a sense, what they do is just lower your standards. You know, when you first hear something and you say, oh, yo, that's whack, yo. But after they play it for 2 weeks, every day, all day, now it's #1 on the countdown. 2 weeks later, you nod your head to it, and it's like, yo, that's my song right there now, you know? But 2 weeks ago, it was garbage. You didn't like it, you know? Just be creative and realize that your little brothers and sisters and cousins and nieces and nephews are looking up to you. Definitely. So, definitely, yeah.
Thank you.
I actually like some of the words that y'all was saying. I could relate to a lot of stuff y'all was saying. I just don't want to be another part of, like, be another teen statistic in a negative way. Great. I want to be a positive one.
All right. Thank you. My great uncle used to say, what kind of man am I if I give up on a child, you know? We have a bunch of success stories. So, and the ones who just learned that lesson and never got in trouble again, those are the win-wins that you can never record anywhere. Or those phone calls that you get from the parents saying, I just want to thank you for what you've done to my son, or he doesn't curse at me anymore, or he hasn't hit me again, you know, all because of your program. I mean, those are the things that, I mean, we can never put a measure on that. We can never, you know, record that accurately.
Some of these parents do care, you know, but they get to a point where, you know, what they tell me is that the Riverside kind of, you know, drags them in. You know, if you live over here and the kids like 14, 15, when they're around here, some of these older guys bring them into the drug trade. You know, and to me, they probably had no other option. Some of the guys that, you know, I've dealt with who's 9 years old, now they're almost like 15, you know, they're good kids at 9, and now all of a sudden you see them on a corner. I mean, I think right now, as you can tell, I mean, it's 7 o'clock, there's not many people out, but when summertime comes, there's so many kids out, and maybe they don't have things to do or activities to do. The main thing is you gotta get some of these kids off the streets.
They're watching. They watching the game. Since his birthday is coming up,
If Safe Haven wasn't open right now, what would you and Sal be doing? Be honest. Be honest. Sal, you too.
Yeah.
Doing what? You would be doing
Like,
what?
Giving people doors and stuff.
Kicking people doors and stuff. So you wouldn't be home. You'd be running around the street doing stuff you are not supposed to be doing, right?
Not all the time.
But I'm being honest. Most of the time, that's what y'all are doing, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Take your hat off.
All right.
Stop touching it.
Thanks for being honest, Sal. Appreciate your honesty.
All right.
I would like to have more of that, young man. If you weren't at Safe Haven, where would you be right now?
Home.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm at home, I'm at my dad's house.
Right.
And if I'm not there, then I'm somewhere, anywhere.
Somewhere. So how do you feel about all the bad stuff that happens right outside of here?
I get scared sometimes.
You get scared sometimes? But how does that make you feel, being scared?
Scared?
I mean, is that fair to you? You think that's...
No.
Little girls shouldn't have to be scared, right?
Nope.
Not just to come home from school and to go home. You shouldn't have to be scared. It's really not, it's unfair to you all. It's kind of robbing you of, I mean, some precious joy that you all should have. You should be running around happy with smiles on your faces and not scared. So, and that's why we try to open Safe Haven, to give you guys a place so you can come and be happy and not have to be scared. Yeah. And help you all with your tutoring and homework and all that good stuff. And beat somebody in basketball. You ready? Are you ready challenging me now?
I know you're gonna win. Cause I don't got my stuff. I don't got no shorts. I
don't have shorts.
I know, but you put in your shorts. I know, but I can't play in this.
I can't play in this. I'll keep my boots on.
Anyway, I still gonna win.
I'll keep my boots on. I'll wear my good watch.
I don't like walking home around this time alone. That's when my mom picks me up. I don't walk him this late in the dark. My mom don't like me anyway.
Okay,
she yells at
good.
me.
Why?
Huh?
Why
Because she don't want me to get killed.
Exactly. Why? Because bad things happen out there at night?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I just want you to say.
Because all you hear is gunshots.
Mm-hmm.
Like every night, almost.
I've been here at Kingswood since the summer of 1994. It was my first summer here. I worked at the summer camp. We have, you know, many of our team photos where you look at some of our basketball team photos, and maybe one or two are still in school. The rest of them have dropped out, lured into the streets, and it hurts. It hurts because for so long, sports was always our draw, and we can pull them in with that. But currently, even basketball in the sports programs don't help. You know, it's just that economic pull of the streets. It's killing our children wholesale. And if you can imagine this community without Kingswood Community Center, I mean, that's the reality that we're facing. It's horrible. That means all of these children would not have received support services at the most critical, most vital period in their lives. We cut staff from the safe haven. So now tonight will be my brother and I again here, and hopefully we can get a volunteer. But I can't imagine this neighborhood without Kingswood.
I heard that dreams are illegal in the ghetto.
Girl, you're not gonna be a doctor.
I heard that dreams are illegal in the
Boy,
ghetto.
you're not gonna be a lawyer.
I heard that dreams are illegal.
Don't you know
but
that
I
dreams are illegal? Don't you know that dreams are illegal?
Dreams are illegal, but I am dreaming. I had a dream. I was in America.
In America?
When I was actually in the land of the free and the home of the brave. My boss came into my office and said, Hi, Bob, how's it going? Why don't you take off early, and here's that raise. Now as I pull my Suburban up to my suburban home, I got the mail out the box office approved for another home equity loan.
Right.
The Girl Scouts were there ringing the bell with cookies to sell. Of course, I brought a box, and Hillary quieted down Marmaduke, who had begun to bark. And then later on, me and the wife and the kids took a bike ride to the park. When we got back, we had apple pie with ice cream on top. Then we buckled up and hit on down the Blockbuster to get some videos to watch. When we returned, the kids were in their PJs, relaxing in their den for some family time watching videos. Then only strangers turned and said to me, what are you doing here? Don't you know that dreams are illegal? What are you doing here? Don't you know that dreams are illegal?
Pow, pow, pow. Gunshots.
Gunshots.
Gunshots ring in the heat of the night, followed by screams, violently disrupting my dreams. You see, in my neighborhood, I don't need to read the paper or watch the news to notice something bad happened around here tonight. But once the ambulance leave and the police sirens stop and the crowd disperses, that silence soaks into my soul, sobering my senses, and it's often over-intoxicating society. And I try to relax. I try to relax, but the devil just won't let go. He keeps pointing to the signs that are posted all around me that read, dreams are illegal. You see, my neighborhood is the bottom of the barrel where drugs get mixed. Here there are no brothers and sisters, just confused brothers and sisters. Here people drown in the backwash of the latest political scandal. Here the devil is in sweet control as dreams are stolen. And you know there is no honor amongst thieves, so dreams are stolen with ease. A high school graduate, barely 17, gives up her college dreams for a pair of tight jeans and a chance to be the next inner city queen. In the inner city, checks and basketballs bounce for regularity. Life and death intermixed with no disparity. Some children live for nothing and some children die for nothing. Every day blue skies are gray. All they know is that they want to make dough. The devil has them chasing a colorless rainbow. And at the end there is no pot of gold, just a pot of steam, which he exchanges for their dreams. You see, bona fide slaves are made in the devil's dream trade. Without dreams, you are equivalent to being non-existent. See, our children need to be told they can achieve and that God bless those who hold on to their dreams. We gotta take down the signs so the kids won't know that the devil is trying to make dreams, not drugs, but he's trying to make dreams illegal. But dreams are not illegal. My Father is within me. That's what Anamdi means, that my Father is within me. Like my father, I have earned my right to be a leader through service to my community. The first district is divided. When we are united, we will begin to link our children's success to our community's success, to our city's success. And as long as we are not willing to invest in our communities, we must be willing to accept our children's failure, our community's failure, and ultimately our city's failure. It is up to us to make a difference in the lives of our children. I say elect me, and we will have change here in Wilmington. Thank you. Thank you.
My birth name was Elbert. It was Albert and Elbert, and I changed my name in 1995. And Nnamdi means that it's a Nigerian Igbo name, and it means that my father is within me. My middle name is Odion, which means the oldest of twins, and my last name is Chukwuocha, which is my wife's family name. So just really, two of the greatest men I ever met, you know, my father, Hicks Anderson, and my father-in-law, you know, Baba Chukwuocha. Every time someone says my name, you know, that's what it means to me, is carrying two great legacies. My father-in-law was a school teacher who sacrificed everything for his family, you know, and it's the same, you know, just a different culture, and I'm carrying on that legacy. It really means a lot to me. Every evening, my brother and I were going out, and a couple other volunteers, from 5:30 to 8 o'clock. I mean, every day over the summer. I mean, just nonstop work. I mean, and this is our first lit piece with the bio, but we had 4 pieces of literature all over the summer, so we've got all of them out. So what we're doing right now is just giving out the bio again, and then whatever information we have left, we're trying to get it all out tonight. So just going back out, dropping on everybody's door, letting everybody know, you know, tomorrow's the day to vote, and if we touch base with you, you know, the vote for change, you know, let's empower the first district. So that's our message today.
There we go.
You got 2 supporters right here.
We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
We greatly appreciate it.
We need some new people in there.
We surely do, and we thank you for your support.
Hope you can do it, buddy.
We're going to do it.
I'm rooting for you.
Oh, yeah, easily. People to come out, give us that support, and great. Thank you. That's what
Thank you, guys.
Seeing here. Thank you. Thank you both. All right.
Everybody, let's get ready, man. This is it. It's crunch time. It's the last night. I mean, so the people we're gonna get these people around here. It's a good area. This is our neighborhood. So we gotta do what we gotta do. Just put this in their hand. Let them know the bio is on the back, the website, phone number. Call if they need more information. But tomorrow's the vote. Okay, everybody. So we're gonna send a group over here to that street right there. That street past the school. It's great to have the kids out. I mean, all of them, you know, of course they have school tomorrow, so they're not able to be here during the day, but they want to help out so bad. We started with just 2 of them. I was like, yeah, pick you guys up. And my phone's been ringing all evening. I want to go. So it turned into a little party. Everybody just wanted to come out and do their part to help out on this last night. So, I mean, I didn't even expect this many kids to be there, but just great. Just shows you their enthusiasm for change and to see and support my brother and I, and something that we care about because they care about us so much. So it's great. We got a lot of supporters coming out, and it's going to be a good day tomorrow.
Which way did you go?
I don't think as a loss at all. I think that our whole lives we've been public servants. We've worked for the good of our community, and this is just another opportunity. I really feel that was an opportunity to go from where we are direct service to really go to policy making where you can have a greater influence, and it's still a goal. And I think that I can close the book on that election and look forward to the next one, or I can look forward to the next child's graduation. I mean, the results didn't come out the way we thought they would. Just like working with the children, they don't always come out the way you thought they would in the work, no matter how hard you try. But when you see the fruit of your labor walk across that graduation stage, and you know honestly in your heart that you helped make that possible, that's what this is about every day. Every morning, 6:30, when I'm opening up that gate, that's the reason why we do that, to make sure that those children have that opportunity. Because if it wasn't for us, it wasn't for this organization, they wouldn't be walking across that stage. They would not be graduating from high school. So I know we are making a difference, and I know we will continue to make a difference.
Make sure this is you, twin.
It's me. We're happy for right.
Wow. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what's up. Good, good, good. Congratulations. Ah. Is this yours?
Yes.
How we? Let me check and make sure.
Hasina.
Oh, wow. I know your mom is smiling, right? Happy.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm glad she didn't cry.
Kingswood meant a lot. Growing up, we moved a lot, so we knew to come back here for help and everything else. If I had a problem with something, I would just go to Brother Namdi or anybody else in here, and they would help me with my problem.
Polar bear, what do you hear? I hear a lion.
We were here since we were children, so knowing Brother Namdi and everybody else here made it fun to come back. While we were in high school, I took up child development. I like to work with the kids. I feel great being back here to help other children through the same thing I've been through. I would like to be here a long time.
Make me helpful. Make me helpful. Make me strong. Make me strong. Show me what? Show me what? Is right from wrong. Is right from wrong.
My mind becomes divine when I rhyme.
Yeah, it was something broken people I was started with. It's broken people. For the ones that disown their children. They wait and have late abortions. I mean, real late abortions. They wait until their children reach the age of 9 to 10. When the children stop listening, then they abort them. Then they're not there for them. That's all I had, those broken people.
Some aborted early, some aborted late. I think it was Johnny Hook or something, but he's saying, I want to live the love I sing about. He's saying, it's like a real Southern drawl. I want them to, but it's saying I want the kids to live the life that's in my poems, you know, not just the life that they live in, but I want them to live, you know, and it's saying, live the words to my poems, you know, and it's saying that these aren't just poems that we're writing, but I'm trying to live them, you know, not just for me, but for the kids, until I'm dead and gone. I want to try to live the words in my poems, giving my heart to these kids like I owe them. Forget those lies that the devil told them, or that the TV showed them. Put my heart in my hands and I just hold them. Let them live the life they write about, and you know everything they write. You know, tell them you can write yourself a better life. You know, right here you can. Everything starts with a map. You know, and your journal can be your map every day. You know, so live that life that you write about.
So our activity is just a real short exercise, writing exercise to get our juices flowing, exactly, to get us ready and in the writing mode. And we call it 5 words. And what we do is go around the room, we pick 5 words, and then we use those 5 words in a poem. And if you have any questions, you know, you're feeling a little writer's block, just raise your hand. We're always full of ideas to help get you started.
Olabisi is so extravagant she is. When she plays basketball, this girl always handles her biz.
Money is nice, but it's not all about the ice. Whether it's silver or gold, it all will get old.
Whenever you're around me, you're more than money.
$90 or $1 million.
That extravagant feeling when I get that ball on the court is something that I just can't stop. When I score is when I score, the money will drop, but basketball is something I crop.
The world's love starts from a beat from inside and above, but that's just the world of my perspective. What about yours if you were selected?
When we become dedicated and we give back to our children, they start to feel empowered themselves. And once we empower our children, they begin to get it and they see that education is the key. And that's where it falls back on our shoulders, you know, those college grads, the leaders, to be able to come back and show the children, I'm just like you, you're just like me. This degree, you can have one as well.
And if we don't begin to cultivate and harvest this natural talent, then we're going to continue to not only have communities like Riverside, you know, whole cities like Riverside that are just wasted, just barren. Our nation really needs to harness the power within these children so that America can again rise.
All right, thank you guys. So I will see you next week. All right, bye. Thanks for listening. See you. Bye-bye. All right, see you next week. Don't forget that homework. All right. Bye, guys. All right.
Why I write. I write for the kids who live in the streets, the ones you can never reach, the ones you pass by and don't even speak. And then you have the nerve to go home and write poems about them. So I ask you, why do you write? See, this isn't a poem, it's my life. See, I live in between my lines. My words is my work and my work is my words. So I don't have time for fancy wordplay. I'm not the poet trying to shock you with metaphors. I'm the one trying to stop young boys from being locked behind metal doors. And for the little girls in my blocks that don't know their pops, I tell them they beautiful and that I love them. I try to open their eyes to the devil's illusion during these moments of confusion. When their parents start to lose them, I be trying to find them. But finding creative methods to get the same parental messages across before their dreams get lost. So people call me a poet, but really, I'm just a custodian of this chaos, and 24 hours a day I'm on my job, and I be running. It's like my life is a marathon. Running, spend time with my own kids, and my kids that ain't mine. Balancing my time, balancing my water and my wine. See, I live in between my lines. This ain't a poem, it's my life. That's why I write.
That's the name.